UK. Well, King Charles chose not to react to a question put to him about the Jeffrey Epstein investigation whilst meeting the public today.
Thank you very much for leaving. Thank you.
Wouldn't you want justice for your daughter?
The monarch was on a visit to the Essex village of Dedham when a heckler standing in the crowds shouted at him, and Rhiannon Mills was there.
I've been through many difficult periods in terms of family matters, and more often than not they will be thrown a question, but as is the usual case, again, the King today deciding to ignore it, because I think for the King and Queen, they would say that their priority today was to meet and greet as many of the people here who turned out. The weather is terrible, and yet people had turned out in their hundreds to come and enjoy what ultimately was meant to be a really nice royal visit, celebrating local pubs, celebrating the local community. But this is the really hard thing for the royal family at the moment. I think there is no doubt a sense of relief that last year the King did take the ultimate action, stripping his brother of his titles, moving him out of Royal Lodge. And of course, we saw that actually happen this week. Andrew, now a resident of Norfolk. But those questions still continue to swirl around Andrew as we continue to see more of those files simply being released, and also people saying, well, what more could the King do? What was quite interesting for me is I spoke to a number of people who were in the crowd afterwards, a lot of them pointing to the fact that, yeah, the monarchy is an institution, but actually this is a family matter as well, and that's why it must be quite difficult for the King. But also saying that ultimately it is Andrew who has those questions to answer. But also some of them saying, look, he hasn't been charged with any criminal offences yet, and in some ways saying, look, we need to see the process unfold and more of those papers being released before final judgments are made in many ways. But yeah, it is no doubt that it continues to be a really difficult time for the King,